Aloha, Dan McDonald here, Life Regenerator here with Doug at the pharmacy. What's up, brother? Glad to have a chance to be hanging out in the garden again. I've put tons of these plants into my body, and this is the first place I actually lived on the island of Kauai. So this place is near and dear to my heart. Doug was telling me the other day, gave me this great idea to do a video about ginger, because you said that you didn't even know what ginger looked like till you were 35 years old?
Well, yeah, for me, I grew up in the suburbs of Boston, so I ate a lot of ginger. I had all kinds of foods with ginger in it, but it wasn't until actually I came to Kauai and I found myself on a few farms and saw what ginger looked like in the ground. And you can buy it at Whole Foods and kind of get a feel for what the root looks like, but it's still not going to give you an idea that the actual root grows underground, right? The definition of a root is that it grows underground. So this is the yellow ginger here that we harvest, and this is the galangal ginger. This is otherwise known as Thai ginger. It's a hardier ginger, also really good for digestion.
Two types of
ginger, yeah.
Cool, yeah, so this is what you'll get at like a Thai restaurant in your soup.
Yeah. So again, Thai ginger or galangal ginger.
And this is the one
this
that
is
most
the yellow
of
ginger,
us know.
yeah. This is what, probably as far as history goes, one of the most used medicinal plants throughout all of history.
God, one of the most beneficial.
Totally.
One of the most beneficial plants with the least amount of downside. It's just like got every kind of benefit you can possibly imagine. We just OD'd on ginger today, as a matter of fact, in our juice. We got like a super high energy buzz. Dakota was like, "Oh my God, that was too much ginger." I was like, "Let me test that out." I was like, "No, not too much. Perfect."
Well, and for ginger too, it's going to help. So it's really going to help increase metabolism, increase digestion, circulation. Anyone that's dealing with arthritic issues, ginger,
Exactly.
and it's great spice. I mean, it's such an all-around herb. It's one of the top, handful pillars of Ayurvedic medicine.
You can't do too much ginger in juices and soups. And teas.
I would say like women in menopause, maybe if you're heating up tremendously, then you got to maybe watch your ginger if you get too hot. But even so, a lot of times it's going to remove some of that excess heat that's in the body. So sometimes people get too hot because they may have too much weight on them. Yeah. So the ginger is going to relieve some of the heat. It might be kind of 2 steps backwards, 3 steps forward, but over time, eventually that ginger is going to help significantly. I remember for me, there was a point on the farm when I was taking a significant amount of ginger, and I remember it also for emotional digestion. So if you find yourself digesting a lot emotionally, then that's another good reason to take ginger. You just have a lot of...
Well, it opens up the heart.
Yeah, totally great
and
for the heart.
Gets that energy moving through there. It also adds circulation to the brain. It's also anti-nausea. It also helps you to lose weight. It gives you energy, and it purifies and detoxifies everything. It's anti-parasitic, antiviral. And the thing about it is that for me, like I said, like if you were talking about the women in menopause, but I mean, I have tried to OD on ginger. There's certain herbs that are circulatory herbs and stuff that you can definitely overdo, and you'll notice it. But with the ginger, it just seems like with soups and teas and juices that I've never been able to OD on it myself personally. So that was why I said that. Yeah. But bro, would you show us like what it actually looks like?
So this gets planted in the springtime. Let's see if we can. Not ideal time for
to harvest,
but we'll take a little bit out now to show you.
This is going to be a surprise though to a lot of people, because this is the more younger ginger with some mature ginger. Oh my God, dude, that is epic. Oh, wow.
And then typically, this is actually what gets planted as well for the following season. So we might harvest 3/4 of the ginger on the farm, and then the other half, or the other quarter, I should say, we'll plant back into the gardens for the following year.
So this here is more of the younger, right?
Yeah.
And so the more mature ginger from that sprouts. Wow, this is some potent ginger, bro. Wow.
Raw ginger, and two different effects: the cured and the raw. Like a lot of men, the cured or raw, or the cured or dry ginger is going to be lighter, not as heating as the raw. It's going to be better for a lot of the men out there. Is that ginger tea, dry ginger tea versus the raw ginger, which can be really warm.
This younger ginger
Yeah, so this has another, theoretically, or
More mild.
Ideally, this is in the ground for another 4-ish months, kind of late. It gets harvested late fall.
And then this baby ginger will
3
turn
months.
into mature ginger.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the next step after you harvest this right here?
So let's head into the dryers. We first clean it.
Oh my God, this is epic.
Right, so it'd first be cleaned, and the galangal is going to be a little bit different, bigger,
A little bit of dirt.
and hardier.
God made dirt, and dirt don't hurt. You know, for culinary purposes, I would say that young baby ginger is tender and delicious.
Yeah, it's light.
This mature ginger has a real kick to it. Oh my God, man. I just already ate a big old block of ginger, but you can't get tired of it. Ginger's my favorite herb.
Well, it's just, like you said, it's very universal. And as far as digestion goes, it's such good support for digestion.
Aloha, everybody. You were going to show us
So we have a rack of dried or drying ginger in here. These are ground up ginger. And this will find its way into the tea.
So how do you grind this?
So this gets ground we grind it in a machine.
And when it's wet, or do you
It's
dry
wet.
it first?
When it's wet.
Okay, what
then
machine
this
is it?
one-
That thing?
No, that one.
Oh, okay, cool.
And then this one gets cut with a mandolin, right? Is that right?
No, actually
Or-
they're using the Cuisinart.
Oh, we use the
really long.
Cuisinart. So this is galangal. So yellow ginger and galangal, and the difference, this one's really challenging to cut. But in both cases, it's quite the process, hand process of going from the gardens into these drying racks. We have to work really hard at grinding them up so that they will dry efficiently and strip out the water.
So I bet you that the ginger takes a lot longer than the other plants.
Yeah, a lot of times they definitely go into their own dryers so they don't actually moisturize the other plants.
I see.
And hydrate the other plants.
Well, I have a question popping into my head. Why do you use two different kinds of ginger?
Sarah, you want to, our herbalist, Sarah's really likes the galangal
I love
flavor.
Sarah's input. Would you be willing to share with us today?
Yeah, I mean they're both different types of ginger. I mean they're both ginger. They're in the turmeric family, in the cardamom family. They're both really good for digestion. They kind of just have different flavors. The galangal is like a Thai ginger, more like in that spicier floral ginger. So it's a lot about the flavors that we want to add.
So the medicinal properties are just fairly
They're both the same. Yeah,
similar.
really good for nausea, good for like breaking up blood clots, so your body doesn't form blood clots. Really good, so that prevents stroke, all those issues.
Wow.
Good for cramps. Good for ginger is all over the board. Really good for like even malabsorption because it heats up the body and helps your body like break down the foods that you're trying to digest.
Yeah.
Also, so if you have like gunk stuck in your digestion or your intestines, it's going to heat it all up, help break it down, and help with detox as
Do you
well.
think ginger is like something that you should or can use every single day?
Yeah, I don't think there's any problem with that. Yeah, it's definitely
Excellent.
great and super heating to the body. So if you're overheated, if you're really like red person, you're always hot, you might want to be careful with that. But overall, yeah, ginger is great.
Epic. Love your feedback, Sarah.
Yeah,
Thank you.
totally.
Hey, Doug, why don't you show us the finished?
So after it goes from dryers, it then goes into the tea making. So we're blending it with other herbs, and it's definitely one of our tonic herbs. So you'll find it in many of the teas.
Well, which teas have which teas have the most?
We're in here with Taylor. What up, Taylor?
Hey, Taylor, are you camera friendly?
Yeah.
She is. She is. So, which teas? Again, they're in a lot of the teas. We will find it in the women's wellness, as we said. It helps promote menstruation for sure. Also great for digestion. Help with the stomach. Help with everything that men and women go through. Our basic men and women's formula. These two have a significant amount of ginger. This is a chai flavor. You'll be able to see the ginger pieces in here. Most of the white. There is some ashwagandha that kind of can look like ginger, but all the white roots are going to be your ginger. And Yeah, it's endurance. Let's see what else we got.
Oh, you know, what about the curry? That has both, doesn't it?
The curry has both.
Dude,
Yeah.
that stuff, we cannot keep ourselves with enough of that in our house.
So the curry has both. That has a base of ginger and turmeric as well as the curry leaf.
If you have not tried the curry blend, you have got to try this. It makes every meal like next level.
And so lastly is just to show you what our dried ginger looks like. And this is just straight ginger.
Oh,
And
dude, that is
So
sweet.
there's about a pound of ginger in here. And I would say our blends in many cases can have up to 20% ginger in it. So
Wow, bro.
yeah, as you can imagine, it's a big part of what we grow. It's a big part of what we blend, what we dry, and obviously what we package. So we love it as a tonic herb. Believe it can be taken breakfast, lunch, dinner at all times during the day.
Epic. Dude, thanks for your
Right on.
education, bro. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
And we appreciate your time. And so just ginger it up. Use the herbs and the plants and the fruits and the vegetables to feed and heal yourself. This is the Kauai Pharmacy. My heart is here. I'm here to just be of service to Doug and everybody else here, to you. So thanks for watching this video, giving it a thumbs up. There's a couple things that I forget after every video, but I want to say that they have a website where they have a lot of free information. So go get the free information about all the different plants that are grown here at the pharmacy and check it out, because it is detailed and it is really impressive what they've got on their website. There's a link down below for that. So just go get free information about all these different kinds of plants that you can use. They have an epic Facebook page, Kauai Pharmacy, on Facebook, and you have a YouTube channel. I'll put a link down below for that, where they have their own other videos that they like to do here with the kids and stuff like that. And there's an Instagram too.
Yeah, I mean, what we're trying to do is create transparency. We're trying to show you where your medicine comes from, which is important. It's important to be able to tune in to the roots, like ginger, for example, and understand how it's grown and understand the care and the people and the environment in which it's grown, specifically your medicine or your tea, or, you know, assuming your tea is your medicine, or your spices. So we're really trying to create that transparency for your medicine.
And you would only do that if you had integrity, because the people that don't have integrity will not do that. And that's why these gardens are so well manicured. You spend so much time that you could spend on creating more profits, but you keep the gardens nice and you have kept your integrity since I've known you, even though you've grown, and you're still staying dialed into your principles, and that's what matters. And that's why I've really been even more and more excited to be a part of this growth and be a part of this team. And I'm so grateful to you, and everybody. I'm just so grateful to God for everything, and I'm so grateful to Mama Kauai for everything. So just thank you all so much. Love is the answer. Love is in these plants. Love is in our hearts. Peace, peace, peace. Aloha.
Right on.